You used to love me. Baby, now your touch has turned so cold. You used to want me. Now, baby, you just won't let me go. I can see you loving you now, and I don't want. No, but I wanna be no someone that you loved before. Baby, please let me be someone that you loved before. Baby, can we make it right? 'Cause I'd do anything to hold you in my arms again and hear you say, hey, you're back in love with me again. 'Cause I don't wanna be no someone that you loved before. Baby, can we make it be someone that you love once more? Baby, can we make it right? 'Cause I'd do anything to hold you in my arms again and hear you say, you're back in love with me again. 'Cause I don't wanna be no someone that you loved before. Baby, can we make it be someone that you love once more? Baby, can we make it right? 'Cause I'd do anything to hold you in my arms again and hear you say, hey, you're back in love with me again. I don't wanna be no someone that you loved before. Baby, can we make it be someone that you love once more? Baby, can we make it right? 'Cause I'd do anything to hold you in my arms again and hear you say, hey, you're back in love with me again. I don't wanna be no someone that you loved before. Baby, can we make it be someone that you love once more? Baby, can we make it right? 'Cause I'd do anything to hold you in my arms again and hear you say, you're back in love with me again. So what's up, y'all? It's me, your girl at K Kenora, and I'm back with another video. So I'm sitting here just chilling, just wanted to get up, put on some clothes, and get on YouTube. I slept with my headscarf on last night, and my edges are litty. It was worth the pain. But yeah, I was listening to Christmas music the whole time I was getting ready, and my son needed help, so I ended up stopping the music I was listening to, and that song just literally popped in my head because I was thinking about that song literally popped in my head, and it made me think about when my cousin Trail, she is deaf, like she is literally deaf, but she loved the movie Double Platinum. Like when I first watched the movie Double Platinum, by the way, that song, Someone That You Loved Before, it was on Double Platinum. So My cousin Trell, she literally loved double platinum, and she could not hear anything. She is completely deaf. And I remember the struggle, the process that I had to go through to get that movie from her, because she was not about to give me that movie. And this was around the time my mother had just died. It probably was a month or two after my mother had just died. And I was staying with my dad at my mother's house. And I would go over to my grandmother's house, my dad mother's house, and I would go to my cousin Trell house, and sometimes I would spend the night there. And it was my first time seeing the movie Double Platinum, and I fell in love with that movie. And my cousin, she was already in love with that movie. So me getting that movie from her was a struggle. But I ended up getting the movie from her, and I ended up keeping her movie. And I purposely kept that movie because it just made me like think about my mom. And my mom is no longer here no more. And it just made me feel so close to my mom, because my mom, she always played music. Like, my mother always encouraged us to listen to music. She didn't say the words out her mouth, but I felt her vibe. And I remember one time she made me, my sister, and my cousin sing Boys to Men song, A Song for Mama, but she made us say Jesus, and we was like, Jesus, Jesus, you know I love you. You know I love you. You know I love you, Jesus. And like, I fell in love. I fell in love. Like, I always loved music, but like, singing has always been my gateway to my family, or to my mother, because my family is talented. Like, I don't understand. Like, we could have, like, that poem that I wrote, if you guys would have heard the ending of it, you guys would have been like, okay, because this is literally how I feel about my family. Like, we were cut short, and I don't know who did it. I don't know who cut us off, but my whole family is talented. Like, trust me. Like, everybody in my family can either sing or rap. Everybody. Like, no cap. So, I never heard my mother sing. But Etna once told me that my cousin's mom can sing really good. I don't know if it was true or not. I don't know if she was really the person who could sing really good. I don't know if my mother was the person who could sing really good. But I know that my connection to music is deeper than me. And I kept that movie. And every day my cousin used to ask me for that movie. And mind you, my cousin is deaf, but she don't fucking play the radio. Like, don't play with her. And she used to come, she used to be like, like, where my motherfucking movie at? And I used to be like, I lost it. I literally was like, I lost it, I'm sorry. Like, I would tell her I'm sorry, but I kept that movie because I didn't know how to explain to her that that movie, like, I needed that movie. I needed that movie. Like, I needed that movie. Like, that movie literally helped me get through my mother dying, because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because of that dynamic of mother and daughter. And I literally, like, seen myself in that movie. But I needed that movie. And I didn't know how to tell her that. So I would lie. And I know lying wasn't the right thing to do. And one day I'm going to buy her that movie back. I've always said that I will buy her that movie back. And I really will buy her that movie back. But I just wanted to make a video. I'm not really doing anything, but I am in a good mood. And I got my little, you know that I am just enjoying myself. We woke up. I woke up this morning. Oh well, you guys should know if you haven't watched that talk about common sense video, then go watch that video because that's what I was doing earlier. But we finished up that, and yeah, I decided to get up. I watched like a Christmas movie and we ate. I've eaten some collard greens and some more ham. Trust me, it was better than it was yesterday. And just watched some Christmas movies, and then I was like, let me get up. Let me get up. Let me get myself together and let me get on YouTube. And yeah, so I'm just here. Really don't have much going on, but I'm cute as hell. So y'all know I definitely want to get on YouTube and show me off, like, period, baby. And I just put on my little sweats, my little matching sweats with the hole on the side. But I have on a shirt today, and you can't really see the hole, so don't be trying to look at my butt and stuff, you know. But anyways, yeah, I was just sitting here singing that song, and it just made me feel so vulnerable in a good way, like, if that makes sense. It made me feel vulnerable in a good way. But I actually been thinking about what songs I'm gonna sing for my Christmas Carol video, and I actually need to make a list, but I haven't had time. And yeah, I don't know, I'm just chilling right now, you know, not really doing too much. But so let me see. I don't know. Let me see if I can sing like the beginning of it because I only listened to it like one time. But you used to touch me, baby, now your touch has turned so cold. You used to want me, now baby, you just won't let me go. I can see I'm losing you now, and I don't wanna be no someone that you loved before. Baby, please don't let me be someone you don't love no more. Tell me, can we make it right? 'Cause I'll do anything to hold you in my arms and then hear you say you're back in love with me again. Is it over? Baby, are we over now for good? I know you're going. If I can make you stay, you know I would. I know you're going. If I can make you stay, you know I would. If I can just get through to you now. If I can just get through to you now. 'Cause I don't wanna be, no, I don't wanna be just someone that you loved before. Baby, please don't let me be someone you don't love no more. Tell me, can we make it right? I say my own thing right there. 'Cause I do anything, 'cause I do anything to hold you in my arms again and hear you say you're back in love with me again. Anyways, y'all. Anyways, this is going to be the same video because I actually had something else I want to talk about. Never mind my feet because I've have not put on lotion in probably like 3 days, and I don't really care because I don't really like lotion. So if you see a little ash, ignore it because that's what I'm doing. I know it's there. It's no big deal. Nobody is hurt. Nobody needs to go to the hospital. Everyone's safe, you know. Now, if you climb in bed with me, you know, then that's a different thing because somebody might get hurt with these claws. You feel me? But anyways, I wanted to come and talk to y'all about what keeps me from depression. Because dealing with a narcissist, all the drama, all the chaos, you're going to get depression and anxiety. Okay? Because it happened to me. Hell, I still go through it. So, I want to talk to you guys about what... Oh, I wish I had some lip gloss, baby. One second. Noah! Go get my lip balm. My lip balm. It's in your bathroom, remember? Here, you can, no, matter of fact, I'll just hold on to it. I'll just have to remember to put it back in the bathroom because this is part of his routine in the morning. Matter of fact, y'all, my nose is like running. I think it's because of my air condition. It's making me sick. Y'all, I put baby lotion on my face the other day. I did not like it because I normally just put baby lotion on when I'm going to sleep. I never put baby lotion on in the day, during the day. And it made me feel like, I don't know, I really didn't like it. But anyways, what helps me from depression and anxiety is talking about how I feel. And not necessarily confronting the narcissist or whatever, but just, you know, living in the reality of it. When you feel like you're being gaslighted, say, okay, that's a gaslighting moment right there. I'm being gaslighted right now. That right there, it keeps me from having depression and anxiety. Another thing that really keeps me from having depression and anxiety is journaling. Like journaling, I know like some therapists and the good therapists and the good psychiatrists, because trust me, I've had some therapists and psychiatrists who've literally like gaslighting me as well. It's crazy. But they will tell you to journal. It really works. Like, my brain was so confused when I first began to deal with a narcissist that I could not. I knew how I felt. I knew what I was feeling, but I could not articulate how I was feeling. So I was like, what's the point of journaling if I can't say how I feel? It's like I needed a interpreter or a narrator to get my words out for me. To be like, okay, okay, so you're feeling sluggish and you're feeling like the world is against you. Like it's like I literally need that. I needed that. So I put off journaling for a long time, and shout out to Mr. Block, because Mr. Block, he was this interpreter. I mean interpreter. He was this counselor slash therapist at this place called Alpha Saliba. Shout out to Alpha Saliba, y'all, in Dothan, Alabama. Y'all, like this man, he was legally blind. He couldn't see worth a shit. He was blind as a bat. But this man literally did everything he could in his power to make me feel human. Okay? Shout out to him. Like my other therapist at Spectre Care, Kina, fuck you. Like, fuck you. Like, she didn't do anything but add on. But that's because a lot of therapists are going through their own shit and bring that to work. You do not need someone like that. You need a seasoned therapist who is able to put their shit to the side and handle your shit. Because after all, this is her job. This is not my job. Okay? You need non-sensitive people who will allow you to be yourself and say what the fuck you're feeling at that moment. I couldn't do that with Kina. Like, literally. She used to get mad because I said her name wrong. Like, the fuck? And I just said it wrong. It's Kenna. Really, Kenna. So watch out for her if you in Dothan, Alabama at Spectre Care. Kenna, fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. But Mr. Block at Alpha Saliba, he's not there no more. He's retired. Man, mad kudos to you. This is me, Ronika Williams. Like, I don't know if you remember me, but you helped me. Like, he was the first person to actually listen to me and believe me. Because half of the time, because of the narcissist said I was lying, I felt like I was lying. Like, literally. But he was the only one to say you are entitled to feel how you feel, and he gave me that sense of power. Like, so thank you. And he would encourage me to do these little worksheets, and he would encourage me to write in my journal. And I was like, what's the purpose of writing in my journal if I can't even articulate what I feel? Like, I couldn't literally, and writing is my thing. I've been writing since I've been young. My sister Londa, she brought me my first journal, and I've loved her ever since for that, because I was able to put my thoughts down in there without no one listening. And then Etna took my journal with Londa help, stole my journal. And then how I knew she had read my journal, because I didn't know. I caught myself hiding it. She had stolen my journal, and then she threw it back in my face when she got mad at me. She was like, talking about Burger King, have it your way. I don't know what she said, but I knew she had read my journal, because me and my friend, I know it's weird, I liked this boy named James. He was my brother's cousin. But James didn't like me. He liked it, my friend Ranisha. And then James acted as if he wanted to like me one night. I was walking with my cousin. I was like, you ain't like me when I ain't like you. So fuck you. So I wrote about that in my journal, and I was like, this ain't Burger King, have it your way. You know how like when Burger King used to be like, have it your way? I was like, this ain't Burger King, have it your way. And Etna, she threw that back in my face. One day she got mad at me, and I was like, this bitch read my journal. Like, she literally read. That broke my heart. It broke my heart because it took away my sense of privacy. It took away my place where I can literally like be myself and say whatever I feel and not be judged, not be criticized, not be shamed for it. And yeah, she did that, and Londa gave it to her. Londa gave her my journal because Londa was the only one who knew in the room with me, because we would sleep in the room together. That's how crazy it was, because they had isolated Katie children so bad to me and Londa, we would just stay to ourselves, because Drika and Etna, my biological sister and my biological mother, they was always on this weird type shit. So that's what made me so close to Londa, and it used to make me mad because I could be with Drika and Londa, because truthfully, I'm Etna's child. All Etna want me to do is do what she want me to do. So if I want to be safe, I can just do what she want me to do. And not as far as clean up and do the dishes or clean my room, as far as enabling her on her bullshit. And I wasn't finna do that. Like, no, bitch, you wrong. So, of course, that kind of like made them shun me. So, you know, me and Londa, we got close. And for her to give Etna my diary, I should have known then. I literally should have known then. But I was 12 years old. And Londa was probably like 16, 17 years old. So you can't blame nobody for what they did when they was a child. You know, shit really count when you grown. Now, when you grown and you go to doing dumb shit like that, then no. So, that was my gateway, but I couldn't write no more. I couldn't calculate my thoughts. I couldn't articulate how I feel. So I used to tell, I know Mr. Block used to get mad at me because I used to be like, no, I can't do it. And no matter how mean I was, and I was mean, but I wasn't mean in a mean, vicious way. I was mean in a hurt way. And he understood that. I used to flat out tell him, no, I'm not doing it. Don't look for me to do it because I'm not doing it. And I used to tell him, no, don't sit there. Let me sit there. You sit here. And literally, this man used to do it. Literally. And it just broke my heart that I was being so mean to him. And he was just being so nice to me. So, like, shout out to Mr. Block. Like, at the end of the day, I was able to find my sense of control. Yes, baby. You colored that?
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. Good job, baby. You gotta write something at the bottom? Okay.
Wait, I do.
Okay, what you gotta write?
How? I don't know what I gotta write. But you know how I got these colors?
How? You need to focus more on knowing what you're supposed to write and not what you... Don't just shake your head at me. Listen to me, understand. And think about, if you don't write it, guess what? You'll never know. So that's the consequence of you not writing it. You'll never know. But if you do write it, then you will know. What you want? Do you want to know or do you not want to know?
I want to know.
Well, you better go figure out what you need to write, because there's some lines down there. You can color that later, and you can show it to me later. It's up to you. So, he gave me my sense of control. I knew that the only reason why, I knew I was only trying to control my environment and not just trying to control people. I knew that people can do whatever they want to do. As long as you're not affecting me, I don't give a fuck if you jump off a building. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way or a mean way. I just mean you are entitled to make your own decisions about your life, whatever it may be. Please don't go jump off a building, because that will make me a little sad. But at the end of the day, you are entitled to do whatever you want to do. And I was trying so hard to gain my independence and gain my control to the point that I couldn't separate the two. I thought that it was me doing this. I was blaming myself for this. And Mr. Block made me understand that I didn't deserve to be treated that way. And he used to tell me to write, and I used to be like, nope. And he used to be like, okay, well, I got something for you. And he will always have like chocolate candy or like chips or something. And I know you guys are probably saying that's so childish, but he knew that I don't eat until 2 o'clock. He knew, like, I do not eat until 2 o'clock. So by the time I've left there, I'm starving. And when I'm depressed, it depends on how I feel, because sometimes I eat and sometimes I don't eat. And he was like, I got this for you. Make sure you eat it. And I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you come tomorrow. Like, he always wanted to see me. And that made me feel so special. Like, and even when it wasn't my day for him to see me, I would call him because I didn't have anyone else to call. And I'm thinking that I told him that my dad really didn't understand what I was going through because my dad didn't go through it. But the whole time my dad was manipulating me, so he was really pretending like he didn't understand what I was going through. And I didn't find that out until this year. Literally, I didn't find that out. But now let me get off track. I started writing in my journal. And even if my words was incoherent, like I'll say the bee almost felt angry. Even if my words was that way, I knew what I was saying. I knew what I felt when I wrote this. And someone else probably say, okay, this is jibber jabber, this is jambalaya, but I knew what it meant. So even if you can't even put a word down, it's exhausting to even put a word down. Let it come out however it comes out. And then 30 days later, go back and read everything you've written, and it will motivate you to write more. And even when I was having a negative feeling, this is how messed up I was from dealing with a narcissist. When I was having a negative feeling, I would not write. It was only when I was feeling good. And it started when I was in Tampa with my sister. And I knew something was wrong because I would talk to God about everything. Everything. I would talk to God about everything. And this is when my sister purposely started dating a guy who went to the army and who was a Cancer just like me. She know that I love my dad because my dad went to the army and my dad is a Cancer like me. She purposely did this. And this is when my world started falling apart. And I would go to church with them all the time. Now, mind y'all, my sister, I knew her. I knew that she only did things to get credit for it. She really didn't feel this way in her heart. So it was like, I'm feeling this feeling, and I know it's not true, but I'm being manipulated to feel like that it is true and that I'm not true. So at that church, I stopped talking to God. I will only talk to God when I was happy. And I don't even understand the logic of what I was thinking at that time. But that's when it started. So when it was time to write my journal, I couldn't write my journal when I was feeling bad, down, weighed down, disgusting, fearful, incompetent, ugly. I could not write in my journal. So what I did, I had to force myself, and trust me, forcing myself tasted like vomit. I promise you guys, forcing myself tasted like vomit. You know that aftertaste from when you have vomited? That's what it tasted like. And some days it won. Some days I didn't even write in my journal. But some days I won. I wrote in my journal, even if it was it tree down on my pride. That's how I felt. So that's what I said. It did not make sense. But to me, it made sense. So what I'm trying to say is, dealing with a narcissist and getting back to where you need to be is so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. And sometimes you don't know where you get the strength from. Sometimes you won't even have the strength. And sometimes you'll have to push yourself and be mean to yourself in a good way. They talk about tough love. I don't believe in tough love. I believe in fighting for yourself. So I didn't have tough love on myself, but I fought for myself. I knew and I reflected on what the outcome would be if I put the work in for myself. And this is basically the outcome. And truth be told, this is only the beginning. Wait until you see my end result of who I am or who I know I could be all along if I had the right support, the right love, if I was loved unconditionally. I was loved with conditions. As long as I was saying and doing, and even with my dad, New Calvina, all y'all too. Y'all made it seem like y'all loved me unconditionally, but I was saying all the things that y'all needed me to say at that time. And as long as I was saying all those things, you guys loved me. But the moment I didn't fit into you guys' story or fantasy, I was roped the fuck off. So if I was loved unconditionally, I would be, right now, I would be where I was always supposed to be. But I'm thankful to be here because now I can help some other people. And now when I get to that finish line, I can look back and see how strong I am. So writing in my journal, that's another thing for keeping me from being depressed and Noah, what you crying for?
I can't write.
You can't write? Why not?
Because I don't know how to.
Sit down. Take the headphones out so I can hear what they saying. You could come up a little bit. They can't see you. Are you supposed to write? Did she tell you to write before you did this? Did she tell you to write? Then I don't think you're supposed to write, baby. You the one told me that you were supposed to write. I just see the lines, the paper down there for you to write.
Click on the next activity.
Illustrate a song lyric. Railroad. Okay, let's see. Pay attention. Put your hands in your lap. Whatever you're doing, stop.
Imagine you are a train engineer. Draw a picture of yourself in the train engine in the picture. Write a sentence about the picture.
Yeah, you do have to write. So, let's think about this. Let's reflect on this real quick. So, if you were a train engineer, what could you say about yourself?
I'm a good train engineer.
That's perfect. Let's find this pencil. Is this a pencil?
Yeah.
Pencil.
What color you want to write in? What color you want? Okay, orange. So you can come down here and you can write what? Hold up, baby. Hold up, hold up.
Free
Hold up.
coloring.
Hold up.
Color within the lines.
Color within the line.
Color fill.
No, don't.
Free coloring.
All right. So let's undo that.
Undo.
All right, free coloring. So you can say I. There you go. So you say I am
Clear. Color within the lines. Color fill. Free coloring. Undo. Undo.
Okay, let's use black.
Black and white.
Okay. So you can say I, and you're going to have to be really, really, you know, patient. So that's I, right? And then you can say am, a, wait till the pencil go away. Wait till the pencil go away. A, good, and you may have to write, you may can write smaller than me. Good engineer. All right. Oh, I didn't wait till the pencil went away. Oh. All right. So we know that EN stands for engineer. And that's how you write that, okay? You can keep that, just keep that right there like that and color your picture. And then make sure you change, sit down, let me show you. So to write, you will go to free color. And to color, you will go
Color within the lines.
to color fill. So go ahead and color it. So that was a perfect sentence. But yeah, so that's another thing that helps me when deal with depression and anxiety. Just speaking up, saying, okay, I'm being gaslighted. And I'm the type, I have to say it out loud. That's why my neighbors are able to, gaslight me and things like that, because I feel better putting it out in the universe opposed to keeping it inside my body. And I feel like in my body, it gets stuffed up and it gets trapped. It gets trapped. So I have to say, okay, I'm being gaslighted. I know I'm being gaslighted. So that's my personality, but you may be different. Saying it out loud may be something different for you. So you have to find what's best for you. But speaking up to me and saying what it is, okay, I'm being gaslighted. Okay, I'm being manipulated. Okay, this motherfucker is crazy. That is what helps me to not get depressed or get anxiety. And writing it in my journal, even if I can't articulate what I'm writing or whatever, and even when the hardest part is doing it when you can't do it, when you're just so hurt, you can't pull yourself up. So it was a fight with myself. And I think those are the only two tools that I use. And also, of course, doing things for myself, like doing my toes or doing my nails or just doing my hair or buying me a new outfit or whatever, or eating right, that always make me feel good, or exercising always make me feel good. And walking outside, like going outside and just enjoying nature also makes me feel good. Like, that's another thing that keeps me from being depressed and anxiety. But today, as well as yesterday, when my narc contacted me, I didn't want to write. And I don't say I didn't want to write because I'm just so selfish and self-centered and I'm not trying to put in the work because I'm lazy. You have to understand, when a person is dealing with mental health issues, don't ever call them lazy, because you control the mind, you control the body. And right now, you don't have control of your mind. And I mean that in the most respectful way. And if you got offended by that, baby, I'm glad you did, because I used to get offended by that. And that's what fueled me, like, oh, fuck that. Like, bitch not finna have control of my mind. I'm me. The fuck? Don't nobody have to walk in my shoes but me. Like, I hate that. I hate when people try to control anybody. I hate that with a passion. So I feel you if you got offended by that. But it's so true. Like, you don't have control over yourself right now. And it's because it's so much craziness dealing with a narcissist. So I forgot what I was saying. But you control the mind, you control the body. So don't ever say that a person is being lazy. Sometimes they cannot fight. That's why you need to surround yourself by true, genuine people that's going to love you and respect you. Because when my narc contacted me, it happened all over again. I was feeling these feelings, but I couldn't write. But this time it was much better because I knew exactly how I felt and I knew exactly what I was going to say. But I was like, I can't do it. I kept telling myself, I can't do it. I can't do it. And I started thinking about like what the fuck my worth and what I deserve. I was like, fuck that. Like, you don't deserve that. Like, you're so beautiful on the inside and the outside. Like, you are so beautiful. You don't deserve that. Like, you help so many people. You like, you just don't deserve that. You the type of person who do all you can do to help a person. And like, people shun you because of the qualities you have. Like, you go out your way to make a person not feel insecure, because those feelings are real. I've felt those feelings before too. And you know, you don't want a person to feel those ways. You try to, not intimidate a person, not to be too intimidating or whatever, just to make a person feel safe and comfortable. Like, you make people feel safe and comfortable around you, and you don't take advantage of people. Like, honestly, you tell people what you feel and what you don't. Like, look, if I didn't have it, I wouldn't even be asking you for it, but I don't have it, and I don't have no choice, and I can't even pay you back. But if you help me out this time, like, that would really mean something to me. And not to say that my feelings or my person's supposed to mean something, but my word is bond. And like, I can't go back on my word. So I'm the type of person that say things like that and do things like that. So when I start thinking about my worth, I was like, man, fuck that nigga. Like, fuck that nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, and then like, I be so nice and kind to people, and people take my kindness for weakness. And then when I go to holding my shit and let the motherfuckers know what it is, motherfuckers want to write me up and shit. Like, even when I was in school, like, motherfuckers used to come fuck with me. I'm minding my business. I'm like, bitch, leave me alone now. I'm telling you, like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, I will wreck this bitch up in this motherfucker. Leave me the fuck alone, because that does something to me. Like, why would you fuck with somebody who not even fucking with you? Why would you want to scare somebody who not even fucking with you, who you know is scared of you, who you know can't fight? Why would you go try to fight somebody who you know can't even fight? Like, not saying that. You can find out if you want. Like, you can find out what it is or what it ain't. Like, if you feel like I'm capping, if you bought that life, like, what's up? Like, period. Like, like, that shit irks me so bad. And then I get rolled up. I get sent to the office. Like, bitch, I stayed in the office. Cause motherfuckers knew me by name. Like, the counselor was like, come on, Miss Williams. Like, and it was because of things like that that made me keep my self-worth, even though my mother was like a different kind of mother. Like, I used to have like counselors who were women, who were like classy, sophisticated, who really cared about me. And they was like, Miss Williams, don't play. Don't do that. Take your ass to class. Like, literally, because that's what I understood as love, when you keep it real, when you say take your ass to class. But I knew that there was a difference from take your ass to class and take your ass to class. I knew that it was a difference between that shit. Like, I knew one of them was just trying to control me. The other one really wanted me to get my education. And that's what I had at home. Like, my mother, she didn't care about nobody but herself. But these people at school, they really cared about me. Like, when I felt like I wasn't gonna graduate and I was struggling and I was crying, that fucking counselor was there telling me, baby girl, even if you don't graduate, that don't make you. Like, you can always get your GED. You are still smart. You are still beautiful. Like, those people told me that shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck school have came to, but school is not the same no motherfucking more. Like, at all. Like, it was my teachers who raised me. Like, my mother, she didn't give a fuck. She didn't give a fuck at all. Like, it was teachers who seen the look in my face. Like, I'll never forget my fucking art teacher. Like, we had made these like little plaster masks, and I didn't like the way my plaster mask looked because it made my head look crooked, and I already got a long fucking head, and motherfuckers used to be calling me like banana beak and long head, dick head and shit. So I wanted my shit to be straight. This lady literally let me do my mask like 50 fucking times. Literally. I wouldn't tell y'all no word a lie. And it came out the same every time. And I knew what she was trying to say. Love you for you. And I took that fucking mask home. I decorated that bitch to the best of my abilities. And I kissed that motherfucker because at the end of the day, this is me. My long ass head. Long crooked head ass. Like, that was funny. But don't laugh at me. That was me. And I accepted that. And it was only because of that lady and that teacher who made me feel that way. Who taught me that fucking lesson without telling me, but letting me learn that shit on my own. Those are the kind of teachers that I had, and I'm thankful to be able to grow up in that generation to have those kind of people. But you can't just say somebody is lazy when they're dealing with depression and anxiety because you don't know that feeling. So even when it's hard to fight, you have to don't fight that day. So what? Who said that you got to fight and win the race today? Like Nipsey Hussle said, it's not a race, it's a marathon. Don't fight that day. Let a motherfucker say whatever. You weak, you scary. Fuck them. They don't have to walk. They weak and scary too. Period. They weak and they more weak and scarier than you. That's why they telling you weak and scary. Because if I see somebody who's weak and scary, I wouldn't tell them that. Because I wouldn't want to hurt their feelings. So anybody who open their mouth to say you weak and scary, guess what? They weak and more scarier than you. So fuck them. You don't have to be brave today. Be weak today. Because for you to say I'm weak today and I can't do it, that's where your strength lies. Being vulnerable. Okay? You don't have to fight today. Wake up tomorrow, fight tomorrow. If you can't fight tomorrow, don't fight tomorrow. Wake up the next day after that and fight. This is your journey. And that's what I had to allow myself to do. Like, I'm not fighting today. I'm not cleaning up today. I'm not bathing my ass today. I'm not cooking today. Shit, it was half of the time my baby went to sleep eating candy bars and pickles because I couldn't cook today. But you got to do whatever you got to do for yourself at the end of the day. So that's another thing that I learned. So when my narc contacted me, it almost took me back to that place where I couldn't write. And when I went to thinking about my work, I was like, fuck that. Barry called me today. And I wish all of these things. I wish this. I wish that. But bitch, it will never be at all. So fuck that. I have came too far. Like, I'm not where I want to be, but I thank God I am not where I used to be. And I can say that and truly mean that. Motherfuckers be on Facebook capping, saying shit that they don't even mean, they don't even feel just to get fucking likes. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram because I don't give a fuck how you motherfuckers see me. The fuck? This is my real life. This is not no fucking place to get likes and dislikes. This is my real life. These are my real feelings. I don't have time for the bullshit at all. And I can honestly say that. And I'm proud of myself for honestly saying that because I almost got wrapped up into the Facebook world. Just posting shit that I know would get me likes. Looking for validation. And the funniest thing, the same motherfuckers that say you're looking for validation, looking for the same shit you looking for. They just saying that shit because they don't want the attention off of them. Ooh. Shut the fuck up. This is real. So you have to do what's best for you. And I wrote that. And this morning I woke up feeling the same fucking way. But I was able to help my son with his homework this time. I was able to eat this time. I was able to laugh this time. Any other time when I'm feeling sad or depressed, I can't do any of those things. And I got up and I did it. I wrote. And what I wrote is that my dad, after I confronted my dad about manipulating me, gaslighting me, using my words against me, literally using things that I told Londa, and he's saying the shit as if these are his thoughts, but really it's my words. I confronted him about that. Literally, when I hung up with my dad, my Uncle Billy called me. Etna called me, telling me Etna in the hospital. So he literally sought me up, gave my uncle my number, knowing that my mother is a trigger for me. But it's cool, because I can never trust you again. Never. You will die knowing that I can't trust you. Live with that. I will never trust any of them again. And that hurts. That's hurtful for me. But imagine being punished for something you did. Something you did, okay, you're a little hurt and a little guilty. But something you didn't do, that's inhumane. And this is constantly. If it's not my family, it's my neighbors. If it's not my neighbors, it's the Section 8 office or law enforcement or my son's school or the manager out here. I'm constantly getting punished for shit I haven't even done. Constantly. How would you live with that? How would you deal with that? How? So I write in my journal, have me a little drink, and the last thing I do, I have something to look forward to. And YouTube, that's why I said thank you, YouTube. Because I know you guys are out there watching me. And that right there is a little reassurance to me. A little support for me. My story is being told. So if I can die right now and I will be satisfied because my story is being told. And I'm thankful. So that's why I say thank you, YouTube. I think my video is about to cut off. So yeah, I'm going to end this video here. Like I said, the things that I do to keep me from getting depressed is I speak up for it. I stay with myself. I stay in reality. I'm being gaslighted. Oh shit, I'm being manipulated. Oh, what the fuck going on? Like, y'all know I'm crazy. So I say the shit literally like that. But I speak up about it, you know, out loud. I put it out. It's not a secret, because what get me is that narcissists, they want, especially covert narcissists, they want to do these things to you and don't want nobody to know about it. That's why I have to speak up about it, because I've dealt with a lot of covert narcissists. So that's what helped me keep from getting depressed and getting anxiety. Writing in my journal, even if I can't do it that day, I'll do it tomorrow. Even if, like, I've missed out and left a lot of stuff that I've never even wrote about because I forgot about it. Or, yeah, I forgot about it. And the next day I had something else to worry about. So instead of just trying to think about what was yesterday, how I was feeling yesterday, no, it's just like a fucking birth control. When you miss that pill for that day, you don't take that pill you missed for yesterday. No, you just go on to the next pill. And that's how I did. Go on to the next feeling of how you feeling that day, whether it's happy. You say, I'm happy today. Yesterday I wasn't feeling too good. I don't remember what happened, but I'm happy today. And that's all that matters. And you just go into that like that. Another thing that I do is have something to look forward to. I have YouTube now. I have my son, like my son give me kisses and all that. And just seeing him grow and just knowing that I'm doing the best that I can to raise him. And I don't mind being embarrassed for my son. I don't care if you see my dirt, because I have a son. I want my son to know that somebody in his life is real. He can see my dirt. You can know that I've done this and I've done that and I've said that and I've been through that because I have my son. I don't give a fuck. So whatever is going to make my son be a better man, I will do and I will say it any day. Even if I have to walk outside and trip over my own feet and fall down and croak my other tooth. Guess what? I will do that if that's going to make my son be more caring. You have to put yourself out on the line for your children. You can't be worried about your image, what people gonna say, what people gonna... I don't give a fuck. If I had a dick, I'd tell you to suck it. Because I really don't give a fuck. But I may not even say that because you might just like it. Weird ass motherfucking people. Get it together. But that's another thing I do. I have something to my friends. I'm talking to my friends. When I say shit like that, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them creep ass motherfuckers, to my friends out there. Have you something to look forward to, no matter what it is. If it's getting your hair done, if it's getting your eyebrows waxed, if it's getting your nails done, shit, if it's getting you a fucking breast lift, or getting you some fucking hips, or whatever the fuck you think you need to make you love yourself the way you're supposed to love you. Get your shit done. Stop worrying about what other people say. Fuck them motherfuckers. If it's getting you some dick, go get you some dick. Make sure it's some good dick, though. Make sure it's some worthy dick, though. That's all I say. Just make sure it's some dick that you can say, okay, I know this dick right here. Gonna make sure I'm good. I'm good and full. Don't go get that trifling ass. Leave that shit alone. Do whatever you need to do for you. That's gonna make you a better person. We're not trying to go back. We're trying to go forward. Ain't no rewind button in real life. So don't have no rewind button in your life. Anybody who miss you is they motherfucking bad. Keep fucking going. Looking straight ahead. We don't double back. I'm going to leave this video right here because I've been on here an hour. Like I said, I'm just chilling. I got up, did my hair. My hair is cute. My edges are laid to the gods. Period. And yeah, it is what it is for today. I'm going to finish drinking my little drink. I may get on my POF live. I may message a couple of guys back who trying to fuck with me right now. I don't know what I may do. But all I know is that I'm going to enjoy my day. Christmas came early for us. I'm going to continue to eat on my Christmas dinner. And yeah, for Christmas, we may have cheese pizza. Who knows what's going to happen? All I know is that God is in control. Okay? I ain't got no control. Alright? God done took the wheel. Okay? I ain't got no control. So, it is what it is right now at the end of the day. And it's going to be what it's going to be. Period. So, thank you for watching this video. If you are new to my channel, then subscribe. If you already a subscriber, then you already know what to do. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on all of this. Peace. I love you.